A very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to day one of the FSL Wild Rift Open, sponsored by Intel, Pokenize Exchange, and Yahoo. I am Gerard Escape Artist, and I am joined here by a new face on the casting scene.
Hi, my name is Glacios, also known as, or you can call me John, right? I'm the head coach of the Alliance Wild Rift team. Also posting a lot of guides, interacting with the community on Facebook. So I decided to take a step into the casting scene as well, starting the first tournament in the FSL.
Yep, that's right. He's here to share his expert insight on the games that we have today. And speaking of the games today, the first match that we're going to be watching is between two well-known teams from the Philippines. We have NXP Tempest as well as ARDENT ESPORTS. Both of them are pretty well known in the scene right now. NXP Tempest is currently top 8 of the Solaris Summit. It's just another tournament. They've beat out other teams from around the region, including Thailand and Indonesia. And two of their players have the most kills and the most assists in the entire group stage. So they're pretty much a force to be reckoned with. And on the other side, of course, we have Ardent Esports. This is their first Wild Rift tournament, but they are a known organization in FSL. They've constantly been top 4 in the FSL for League of Legends, and their bot lane is the exact same as their League of Legends roster.
Now, I think we're going to draft here, or pretty much the draft has already finished. So looking at the champions itself, I think both of these teams are actually going for sort of like that team fight composition we see, the Camille, the Javan, and the Oriana, right? This so-called engage combo. And on the other side of Nexplay, they're also following up with the Malphite Wukong as well as the Diana. So both teams sort of doubling down on that engage, that combo, that wombo combo. So what do you think so far about these champions?
I think these champions right now are looking pretty good in terms of some new faces that we see. We see Diana has been picked up over on the red side. Diana is picked up by NXP Tempest, by the way, that's on the red side. And Diana has been buffed in the most recent patch 2.2a. They gave us some buffs to her health and some reduces to some cooldown reduction as well. So we see a bit of a 3-man in the mid lane right now, just to push up initially against that Diana.
Right, so interestingly enough, you did mention the Diana pick, right, which was buffed quite heavily in the previous patch. So interestingly, what I was going to touch on was we do see a sort of lane swap here, which was recently popularized in competitive play, right? Sending their bot lane mid lane instead to get the mid priority and assert dominance, and as well help their jungler win clearing the buffs and camps. We'll have to see how much this really impacts, because it does put the Oriana slightly behind, but of course it helps the Javan a lot more and also enables them to at least secure one Scuttle Crab or even both.
That's right. They've got that mid priority right now, as we see the Oriana is the one in the bottom lane just farming away with that long range ball there, doing a pretty decent job. Meanwhile, Diana, of course, is a melee champion, so she is going to get kind of zoned right now by the bot lane. Can't exactly walk forward and farm.
Yeah, I don't think much is going to happen here outside of the level 1 invade, which of course I think Ardent there would have been much stronger, right? Which is why they picked the Braum there to walk into the bush level 1, look for picks. But since nobody, hold on, though, we're looking for a Scuttle Crab fight here in the bot lane.
Yep, that's right. There's a bit of action happening in the bot lane right now. Braum blocking out on a lot of damage, but this Jarvan is dropping pretty low. He's got that Kai'Sa passive, and he survives just a little bit of health, but Kai'Sa takes him out. That's the first blood already, and NXP are starting to run away with this team fight. Oriana dropping really low as well, has that barrier for herself. Braum gonna flash away, but he's not gonna be so lucky. Kai'Sa picking up a double kill. Nexplay Esports picking up that win.
Are they looking for the redive here? I'm not too sure if they'll be able to. Looks like they want to just give it up. I mean, they already took a huge teamfight victory, right? Not only do they get the 3-0 in kills, they take the bottom Scuttle Crab, the Wukong is going to take the top one as well. Hold on, they just redive again and they kill the Oriana. So it's just going to be 4-0, right? 3,000 goal lead to the side of Nexplay Esports.
Yep, that's right. Nexplay Esports starting to run away with this game at this point. They've got a lot of early advantages for themselves right now. We need to see how well they can translate that into the later game. They've moved their bot lane back into the mid lane. Really, this shows, that it's Art that have moved their bot lane back into the mid lane, and even though they had the prio in mid, they're still unable to win that Scuttle Crab fight.
Right, I don't think it was really that much of, you can say, like a mistake on the side of Art, right? Because they did play around their team composition strengths and the gameplay that they decided to go with. Right, they decided to send 2 people mid to get the mid priority and then maybe try to convert into a bot Scuttle Crab, but you know, the positioning wasn't there, and
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not going very well right there in the bottom lane. Orianna
right.
just trying her best, I guess, but unfortunately this Kaisa right now, who has just picked up a 4th kill, is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, so I think we are just seeing the effects of sending, you know, the dual lane mid, because we left the Orianna on her own, and then once she falls behind, it's going to be so hard for her to play against. Even if they don't have like an engaged support, she's just going to get zoned out by the Kaisa and the Janna, and if she walk up to get farmed, she's just going to get punished.
Yeah, that's right. Orianna right now is level 5, so that's really not... she is below in terms of experience compared to the enemy bot lane, and her Diana right now, her counterpart, is 2 levels ahead of her, so she is pretty far behind at the moment.
Right, I think you know, Art at this moment should just give up the dragon. No way they'll be able to contest. Even the Corki not looking to take it to package here. It's just going to be a free Infernal Dragon moving over to the side of Nexplay.
That's right, they're just going to need to farm this one up. You can see that Camille is having a push in the top lane. They've rotated their Jarvan up there as well to try to respond to this Infernal Dragon.
I do think they'll be able to take the top tier 1 tower here. A little bit of a cross-map action going on. Will they be able to take the tower?
Yeah, it looks like for now Malphite has been able to shove them off the tower, but they did land a pretty significant amount of damage. Their Janna as well is here to take a Scarlet Crab, but she might be a little out of position here. She's not exactly going to get caught out. It's going to be Wukong's going to flash straight onto the Orianna, and she just gets deleted before the fight even starts. Now the rest of their health bars have just disappeared, just vanished. That Kaisa, once again, picking up so many kills.
Now, I mean, the gold lead that Nexplay has is just atrocious. You know, 5 minutes in, they're 7,000 gold up. I think it's not looking too good, right? Considering that, you know, the champions on the side of Nexplay are really oppressive. You know, they have the Malphite and the Wukong, which
oh dear, his Braum, yeah, taking so much damage, forced to use that redemption as well just to survive, and Camille just walking in to try to walk into her own jungle, and she just gets chased out of it.
Yeah, the Kaisa is so fed right now, 6.5k with her first skill being upgraded already. I think nobody on the side of Art is just going to be able to contest her at all. Like, wherever she is, they have to get away from her.
And that's right, and that's going to be a problem right now because the Rift Herald is going to be spawning in about 13 seconds, and the top lane turret is going to be falling as well. What exactly right now can ARDENT ESPORTS even do about this push?
I mean, I think if you are ARDENT right now, you just have to be thinking about, okay, at what point in the game do we actually come back? Do we have to wait until like 2-3 items, you know, when the Corki, when Orianna and the Camille gets online, before we can contest the Kaisa and, you know, this Wukong Malphite duo, which is so strong in their gauges? If not, then, you know, we really have to start thinking about what's the way that we can problem solve, and if this strategy where we send 2 people mid, is it actually going to be working?
That's right, you need to think about the other games as well in the series, because it is a BO3, so giving up one game, it's not the end of the world. You still have time to re-strategize and keep your mental game strong as well. Right now, even though things are looking rather dire with this 10,000 gold lead. However, are making a move in the bot lane here to try to take this turret down. They do realize that there's going to be a response, so they're just going to have to back away on this one.
I mean, we do see the champions on the side of ARDENT, you know, hitting their key component items. You know, Triforce completed on the Camille, as well as the Corki and Guardian Angel, most notably on the Jarvan there. So they will be able to, you know, maybe sort of win a team fight if Nexplay really misstep. But if Nexplay just play the confident and calm gameplay, I think it's going to be very hard for ARDENT to, you know, even be able to edge out and get back any form of gold lead. Yep,
that's right. Remember that the bot lane from Nexplay had the most kills of the group stage in another tournament, so they are definitely pretty good,
yeah,
to say the least right now. 6-0-2 on the Kaisa, as well as 0-0-8 on that Janna there. And look at this, they're just walking in and oppressing their enemies right now, taking away their jungle, continuing to starve them. This one Janna alone right now is able to keep 3 members of ARDENT ESPORTS at bay.
Now Nexplay, I think, just going to be setting up for this dragon here. The Kaisa even just walking in, taking the red buff in front of the enemy AD carry. Nothing much that he can do though. So I mean, this honestly, I think this is really good play from Nexplay, right? Because there's nothing. They know that there's nothing that Ardent can do. Oh,
and this
is
dive just coming out right now. The Corki just getting decimated. This Kai'Sa is godlike, and there is nothing right now that Ardent can do about this at all.
That's just like the most alpha play that any AD carry could do there. Just
solo dive.
1v1 solo dive under the tower. Absolutely no counterplay from the Corki at all.
Yeah, and this Braum right now in a lot of trouble as well. That's a good dodge right there on that Kai'Sa's second skill. She's gonna back away. Corki does pick up that package there, but it's a bit late because there's no one to catch.
Yeah, I think the package there was slightly odd because I don't think the package will last until the Baron. So at 10 minutes when Corki will not have his package, so their teamfight overall will be a lot weaker. And I think it will definitely just come down to the Baron, right? Once Nexplay gets Baron, I feel like the game is just over because Baron will just enable them to just dive tier 2, tier 3 towers without, you know, giving any cares at all.
Yeah, hey, they already haven't been giving any cares at all.
Yeah.
In fact, with that Kai'Sa right there, and Baron will definitely help them to close out that game. But just looking at how strong this bot lane is right now, there's really no response from Ardent as they push away on this turret, and they just lost so many turrets and so much map control.
Oh
It's
my.
Jarvan right here. Luckily, he has a Guardian Angel to keep himself alive. Kai'Sa gonna get knocked up, but there's just no damage to be found. She just uses the killer instinct, jumps onto the Orianna, forces out the redemption. She's just outputting tons of damage right now, and she has the protection of her team. She's just legendary, and this Diana flying in as well, picking up that double kill. That's gonna be even more members from the side of Ardent falling, 3 of them, and they're gonna lose one of the turrets in the top side. Even in the bot side as well, this Wukong just diving. He has the Guardian Angel, but the Malphite, ooh, missing the ultimate, but that Malphite bowling ball is not gonna land. Wukong escapes with a sliver of health right there. Oh man, this just feels bad right now for Ardent.
I think a little bit unfortunate there with the Malphite ultimate, but you know, I don't think it really matters. The Malphite deck could probably miss 3 more outs and they would still, you know, win the game. Right now, going to be almost a 20k gold lead here. I think they will probably end the game at 20k. So I don't know what Ardent can do. I think there isn't much here. We saw even though you know, the Orianna shockwave landed on the Kai'Sa, she took like almost no damage, right? With the Janna shields, she didn't even use a barrier, right? Just her ultimate itself was able to sustain her in the team fight, and the Diana just, you know, wreaked havoc through the backline, and there was absolutely no way for them to peel, you know, the Kai'Sa, the Malphite, and the Diana off their champions at all.
Yep, that's absolutely right. And now they have Baron, and Kai'Sa as well has a Guardian Angel and a Zionist Hourglass for added defenses. Now Diana's just gonna be diving straight in on the computer, gonna ignite her.
Ooh, the damage.
She's gonna be falling down. Yeah, Diana with a level 12 right now is pretty ahead of the game as well. Generally, everyone on the side of Nexplay Tempest is pretty ahead. He's gonna be diving. The Wukong Cyclone is gonna land. Malphite gonna hit 2 members, but a decent reply of damage, but it's just not enough. The Janna Monsoon just gonna keep that sustain going for her team. Kai'Sa is full health. Diana with the Zionist Hourglass. Bit of a missed time there as well from the Orianna. Now it's just the exposed Nexus and the Kai'Sa just walking forward right there, landing that Icathian raid and telling her opponents, you can't even defend your own Nexus against this. Really, at this point, they need to start thinking about what's happening. Kai'Sa, whoa!
Oh my,
Okay.
I think she outed into the Nexus turret.
Yeah, that is a bit of an interesting play right there, but the rest of the team's still alive, it's still ahead. They're gonna have to back away right now because they lost most of their damage.
Oh,
That ultimate there onto that Wukong, but it's a clone, right?
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate stuff there. But for now, Ardent have a bit more time to think about what they want to do in the next game.
Yeah, I think right now, right, if you're Ardent, right, you accept that this first game is going to be a loss. You know, sometimes it happens, and then you just start thinking about what's the way that we can adapt into the second game to sort of combat, you know, the champions or the game style that Nexplay are coming into the game with.
Yeah, that's right. Really need to think about their strategies. They need to rethink all that, and they also need to keep their heads held high because after this game is over, it's basically a reset. They can think about, you know, what they can do to just pick up 2 more wins after this. Definitely, you cannot count them out just because of this less than stellar performance in game 1. At the moment, the Diana is going to continue split pushing in the top lane as the rest of the team picks up that Cloud Dragon.
Oh,
she's not gonna jump in on that one. She's not like
That
the Kaisa. She's
that
not
looked
gonna.
like the angle there.
She's not
She
gonna
saw
fly
an
in on
angle.
the fight, yeah. I think she remembers what the Kaisa did, and she thinks I'm probably not gonna do that at the moment. So though a lot of damage being landed by the team, Jarvan putting down that flag. Corki does have the package, but really what can he do with that? Look at that. Engage from the Diana Prom, instantly deleted. Malphite going to be taking up that next start. He's actually going to fall. Wukong with the Cyclone as well is going to be backing off. Guardian Angel is going to be popped. Corki falling, and this Kaisa right now just tanking up that Nexus. It doesn't matter. She goes golden, and Nexplay Esports, they're going to pick up their first win.
It was an overwhelming performance from Nexplay there. I don't think there was much counterplay that ARDENT could have done, right? Because they were so consistent. After they took the first lead from the bot Scuttle Crab fight, they just ran away with the game, right? They never slipped up, and they continued pushing their lead, and it just led to, you know, ARDENT just being unable to respond, especially with the champions that they had, right? With the Corki and the Orianna, if they fell, you know, susceptible to the snowballing from Nexplay, it was just so hard for them to find a proper timing for them to come back.
Absolutely, just from the moment that first dive happened and the Kaisa, the fight over the Scuttle Crab, and the Kaisa just got 2 kills. I think at that point there was just no adequate response from ARDENT Esports. They sent their Orianna down. She just got dived repeatedly by the Kaisa and Janna. And if you look at that goal graph right there, that is pretty nasty stuff.
That is a swing for sure.
So it's like 17,000 gold by the end of everything. Whew, that is pretty scary stuff. But hey, it's not over for ARDENT Esports. This is a best of 3 right now. They definitely can mount a comeback in Game 2 and Game 3 as well. For us, we're going to be going for a short break, and you're going to see you guys soon for Game 2 of this BO3. Hello everybody, and welcome back right now to round 2 of Nexplay Esports going up against ARDENT Esports. We've got going straight into the pick ban right now. We just want to talk about some of the bans. We've got ARDENT, who have banned Galio and Wukong, and Nexplay have banned out Ziggs and Kaisa. And as you can see here, most of the draft is already completed. Interestingly enough, Nexplay banned out the Kaisa that they played in the previous game, the one that basically carried them to victory. And instead, they've opted to pick a Draven instead.
Right, really alpha and dominant pick here, because, you know, blind picking the Draven without seeing any of the picks yet. I mean, outside of the Gragas and the Vi being picked 1-2 for the side of ARDENT. Now, so this is going to be a little bit more unorthodox from Nexplay, because their composition, you know, it really relies a lot on snowballing, right? Considering that they do have the Draven, the Lee Sin, and oddly enough, they do have what I think is that a cannon mid, or
yeah, looks like a cannon mid to me.
Right. So on the side of ARDENT, we do have the Gragas here flexing into the mid lane, and you know, I think a lot of what we can sort of expect will be based on what we saw last game, right? If ARDENT are able to scale to that late game and avoid the snowballing from Nexplay, I think they will have a very good chance of winning, right? They do have the Ezreal and the Fiora. However, if they are unable to, and if Nexplay are just going to, you know, snowball the lead as they did previously and hold on tightly, never giving up, never giving ARDENT any space at all to move, then I think this game will, you know, just be closed out really fast. It's going to be a really easy 2-0. But you know, we have yet to see, is there going to be any adaptation to the strategy from the side of ARDENT? Are they still going to go with the 2 mid?
Yeah, that's right now. From what we're seeing, the answer is no. They are not going to be going with that 2 mid. They just have to just send their Gragas there right now, who's just going to be going up against his cannon. It's looking fairly standard for now. No leash coming in from either side for their junglers.
Now, I think it does make sense here for Nexplay to, you know, send the Draven and the Janna into the bot lane, because of course it is a very favorable matchup for them. We can already see here both of them already pushing in and pressuring the Ezreal as well as the Braum. We'll likely see a Lee Sin, you know, red buff Raptors probably into the bottom Scuttle Crab and maybe a dive, depending on, you know, how they are playing the lane, or, you know, what's the lane state itself. I think the 2 important lanes here that we have to see, I feel the Gragas and the cannon is just going to be pretty non-factor here, but we have to see how is the Fiora and the Camille matchup going to be like, as well as this Draven Ezreal lane.
And that's right, both junglers being spotted out by some wards. You can see Vi already on the top side. Gonna be hitting in there, but a nice shot away by the Camille. Gonna ensure that she's gonna be just fine. Both of them, both junglers are gonna be taking Scuttle Crabs. Of course, it's gonna be Arden on the top side. The cannon just to peek in and see what's going on. Oh, maybe not the best option right there. He's gonna get body slammed, but his Lee Sin is around. Sonic Wave will not connect. But this Fiora versus Camille matchup right now. Fiora popping that barrier. Camille as well. Fiora in a spot of trouble. She has Vi to help her out. Camille is forced to flash away.
I mean, I think that exchange was really weird, right? Because we knew that the Lee Sin for sure was going to be taking the bot Scuttle Crab. So a little bit greedy there from the side of Nexplay. They tried to push them out of the top side one, but it was a 2v3. So they do end up having to burn flash, and the Camille here being put in a slightly worse position than she should have been. But the Lee Sin going to be able to take away the Vi's blue buff, which isn't that bad, right? Vi isn't really a champion that requires blue. So she's just going to be fine farming up her wolves and her Grom. Still going to hit level 5 in time, so nothing much that's going to be happening here.
Yeah, Lee was able to get himself a camp lead in exchange for the Vi spending a little more time at top to blow that flash. He's gonna...
1 HP blue buff.
Yeah, but he has the level 5 right now, and I believe he was not spotted out. I'm not too sure. But the Fiora right now playing fairly safe is just gonna not give Lee Sin any chances to gank.
You see the Camille here are going to be slow pushing this wave into the tower. Likely will be moving over to the dragon is what I'm assuming. Considering that she is slow pushing this wave, the Lee Sin getting chunked out here in the mid lane. Probably try to stop the Gragas on his recall or something. Now both teams here are going to be looking for this first breakpoint, which is going to be the Mountain Dragon. We will have to see if the side of ARDENT, will they be contesting this dragon where, you know, the Draven, the Cannon and the Lee Sin are so much stronger than their counterparts, or will they just be giving it and maybe playing for the top tower instead? Or what is their response going to be like?
That's right. The bot lane here, Janna already completing that redemption for the first fight. Gragas has recalled and nearly has that Leandries for himself, but it's not complete. At the very least, this is a different kind of game from the first one.
Right.
Where the first one, by 3 minutes, was
Definitely
already like a 3,000, 4,000 goal lead. So now at least it's a lot more controlled, and ARDENT Esports have definitely got a way to win this one.
The dragon has
spawned.
Now it does look like ARDENT are going to be contesting this dragon. Oh, slightly unfortunate that because they do start the dragon, but the Janna has instantly recalled. So ARDENT did not see that, but they are in a 4v3 scenario right now. The Camille and Janna are walking over. The fight is going to be starting soon.
Yep, that's right. Flash there being forced. True Shot Barrage will come out as well as the redemption. Dragon dropping to about 1.5k. Lee Sin gonna fly back in. Vi gets that smite, gets the Mountain Dragon. Now the fight has broken out. Cannon with the ultimate everyone, but Vi is gonna be the first one for Cannon able to walk away from this one with low health bars. Lee Sin flying back in. Next play, they want more. They have blood in their eyes, but their Camille's dropping really low. Beautiful Monsoon as well to keep them alive. It's gonna be the Vi who secures the dragon for ARDENT Esports, but next play they pick up that team.
I mean, okay, so both sides should be pretty happy with what happened. Of course, I mean, Nexplay didn't get the Mountain Dragon, but most importantly, the Draven got the kill and he cashed out, right? So we do see the gold lead now, you know, around 900 gold, which is all on the Draven. So I would be happy if I was Nexplay. It is just going to be a Mountain Dragon. It isn't the worst, right? And you do give a lot of the gold to your primary carry. So we will just have to see how the teams are able to snowball based on, you know, this gold lead or what ARDENT's response is, right? The Rift Herald is going to be spawning in 30 seconds. Are they going to be fighting for it? It looks like Nexplay's bot lane is just going to be recalling. You can see some pings going onto the Herald, likely going to be rotating towards it.
And then there's also going to be Draven cashing in on the money that he got. Yep, there's going to be a Blade of the Ring King in his pocket. With that one kill right now, he is about 1,000 gold ahead of that Ezreal who has himself the Manamune. And you're right, they're rotating up to the top side, but the thing is that for ARDENT, they have only rotated their support. The AD carry is still in the bottom lane. Still pushing out.
I think it's likely that ARDENT aren't going to fight for this Herald. Likely is that they're just going to give it, right? Seeing as they put your ADC bot, oh, but the Camille is going onto the Ezreal here. I don't think we have seen it yet, but Ezreal and Camille both being chunked to half HP. The ball, the top lane tower here being sieged by the Janna and the Draven. Nothing much going to be happening.
A lot of damage, nothing much happening, but Lee Sin flying in right there, landing that kick. But there's not enough damage to take the Braum. Finally, he will fall. That's right, to the redemption. Lee Sin popping that Guardian Angel. Draven tanking up a little bit more, but the shielding from the Janna keeping him alive. A little unfortunate they didn't get the kill there, but still that's going to be 2 for Nexplay. True Shot Barrage, oh, it does not land, but then via Assault Battery onto that Draven again. He's able to flash away. He has the Janna, but the Gragas cast, knocking him straight back in. Janna flashing away as well. Now the rotate from the cannon, he should have that Slicing Maelstrom points up. He's going to pop that. He's going to stun up that Gragas. He's going to put that Vi into the Guardian Angel, and Vi coming back in with that Bomb Breaker again. Lee Sin taking a lot of damage, but she's not able to find that last auto attack. The fight has gone on for so long that the Braum has respawned and been able to walk all the way back to lane. The Nexplay, they emerge victorious.
I mean, that was just really aggressive play from Nexplay, and Arden weren't prepared to respond to that top lane siege. They thought, okay, Braum, Fiora under turret, nothing should go wrong, right? There's nothing that's going to happen. But Nexplay played so aggressive, and even though there was a beautiful counter engage with the explosive cast, Nexplay just come out stronger. They +1 on that side, and they just come out ahead, right? 4-1 now with a 3,000 gold lead or 2.5k gold lead to the side of Nexplay Tempest.
They're starting to grow there really steadily, but Draven right now really far up. He's gonna get a Bomb Breaker. The body slam will not connect. The kite back begins. True Shot Barrage is gonna land Draven, but the kick, 2-man there. It's not gonna be enough damage. The Whirling Death, it's not gonna find its mark either. Just gonna tag that fire up. But Nexplay again, they are the ones who emerge with a higher health bars at the very least. They start up that Rift Herald.
This Draven is so aggressive. Like, he's playing as if the enemy team doesn't have a Vi. Right? He doesn't care if
Yeah, that's right. Vi though, stepping a little bit. He's gonna drop it the spinning axe. Yep. Gonna cash that one in there. Rift Herald as well as a kill for Nexplay. Boy, that's gonna be a Hex Tech ultimate as well for this Camille, but she's tanking up a lot from that turret, that barrier being popped as well. Ezreal gonna find that solo kill and get some gold back for himself.
Ooh, little bit of a misstep there, taking too many tower shots is the Camille, and giving the Ezreal gold now isn't the best, like, it's definitely the worst case scenario, because on the side of ARDENT, Ezreal really is that champion that can 1v3 or 1v5, in the later stages of the game, and snowballing him towards his item breakpoints is definitely not what you want to be doing. But regardless of that, Nexplay, they do take the Cloud Dragon and are snowballing their lead. It's going to be 1 minute to the Baron, and we will see if the Draven is going to be able to just convert his lead into a game-winning play.
Yeah, that's right. They do have that play of the Ruin King across the Infinity Edge on Draven. Ezreal still has yet to complete his Trinity Force. He is pretty close though, and I think he'll be able to get it within the next minute. Other item pickups there on the cannon as well as the Siege in mid as well. Turret has got 300 health.
Now we will see the cannon in the bot lane here, which is pretty, I would say, wouldn't be the most optimal, right? Because we do see Baron spawning soon, 30 seconds, but cannon doesn't have a teleport. So if Fiora chooses to, fight the cannon and TP up, they will be in a 5v4 scenario for Arden, which would be, of course, good for them, right? So both teams, I'm not sure if the Baron is going to be contested. It might just be a bait Baron, where teams just going to be playing around it until the next dragon spawns.
That's right, Baron is going to be up in 5 seconds, but Nexplay are pushing their way into the bot side jungle, trying to steal away some camps there, starve their opponents out. In terms of junglers, this Lee Sin does have a 1 level lead against the Vi at this point. He's going to be stealing away this blue buff as well.
Oh, giving the blue buff.
Oh, giving it to Janna, yeah, that's great. They are, at this point in time, Nexplay just have the ability to walk into the jungle of Ardent. There's really not so much Ardent can do. Lee Sin jumping in, but a nice arcane shift there to get the Ezreal out of it. Redemption coming down as well. Some barrage for even more damage. Lee Sin dropping to about half as well as the Janna.
Ezreal is doing so much poke damage here. I don't think Nexplay will even be able to walk up and attack the turret at all. They're unable to siege this Ezreal here.
That's right, the Mystic Shot, they're doing a fair amount. He has completed that Trinity Force and he has the Mur mana for himself as well. He's able to start firing back on those Mystic Shots and start to land on damage. Oh, this Lee Sin there, in and out, but the Ezreal will not land the Mystic Shot, and Lee Sin's going to be just fine for now. Vi charging up their 4 opts not to go in. Going to concede more of their jungle to Lee Sin.
tries to steal the red buff there, but accidentally smites the Vi. I think it's fine because the optimal position there for Arden was to give the red buff onto the Ezreal, and he prevented that. So it was a good play nonetheless.
And then going in, slicing nose from there, but the arcane shift from the Ezreal will keep him alive. He does get stunned up. Warning Death is available, but it's not thrown out. And Vi getting knocked up as well. Has the GA. Decent flying in, but just gets knocked up and instantly put down in the Guardian Angel. The Warning Death was blocked as well by that Brock. And now Vi with the re-engage. Gonna use the Assault Battery onto the Draven, but she's not the main focus. That was a nice knock up there as well. Janna just gonna use that monster to peel back, but his cannon finds himself on the wrong side of this fight. But this Ezreal just gets hit by a spinning axe to the face and goes down, and just like that, Ardent, 2 members have fallen. The Draven is now on a killing spree and they have lost their mid turret.
I mean, that team fight wasn't the best played by Nexplay, but they did play well in the later half, right? They just kited backwards, played for the Draven, and Arden, they are definitely a weaker composition when it comes to walking forward, right? Because their composition specializes in kiting back, using the Braum Unbreakable as well as the Ezreal mobility. But the moment that they put themselves in a position to hold on the Vi, it's just going to get completely destroyed. Absolutely nothing they could do there. Tier 3 tower just falls.
Absolutely right. They have their Ezreal back in the redemption there, just used to pop up some health for the Draven. Being nice and healthy along with that honey food. Look at this, they don't even want to go back, they want to continue. This might be a bit too much for them. The Draven gonna get knocked straight back in. Janna's trying to come in to rescue her AD carry, but Fiora from the back, from the flank, isn't gonna be able to take her out, but just gets decimated as well. Draven is still alive and he's still outputting a ton of damage, but the rest of his team is just gonna back away. It's gonna be a 1-for-1. It's gonna be a support for the top laner. I believe Vi fell as well. Actually.
How did the Draven live there?
Yeah, that's just protection there, really. The support sacrificing her own life to keep her AD carry alive through thick and thin. That's going to be Nexplay. I'm going to start up this Dragon and most likely going to be able to get it. Vi is rotating down. However, True Shot Barrage is going to tag them up. They're going to be pretty low. Vi has that ultimate. Just going to walk away.
Oh, they do end up having to give the Dragon unless...
Look at that Sonic Wave that smites a little early. Lee Sin, however, is going to fall. That means the next place is going to pick up that Dragon. But a teleport coming in. This is going to be a fight. This Ezreal just got caught by that Hexa Ultimatum, popped himself the Zhonya's Hourglass, and is able to arcane shift away the Monsoon as well, healing up a lot of damage. This Camille right now is huge, and so is that Draven. He's just cutting them down with those spinning axes. This Camille in the front as well. And Ardent, they have just gotten wiped on the floor right now. Do they have the ability to end? Can Nexplay destroy his Nexus? I think so. I think they're going to be able to pick up this series 2-0.
I mean, the Draven just absolutely running over everybody in the team fight. The Draven is playing so aggressive, and the team is always just behind him, ready to back him up, ready to protect, and even die for him at any point in time. I think overall it's just really, really good gameplay from Nexplay there. Leveraging on their star player, which we can consider to be their ADC, right? Chubby, which in the first game and in this game as well, just carrying everybody on her back, bringing them into a 2-0 lead, I mean, not even lead, 2-0 end.
Yeah, that's right. Very nice series right there from Nexplay. They're going to be picking that one up. Going 2-0 against Ardent Esports. They're going to be moving over to the next round. But again, if you look at their goal lead, even though it's not as extreme as the previous game, it still kind of is the same story where they just get their AD carry snowballing. They just get Chubby on that Draven. 8-1 and 5. Once she had those 2 items, there's really nothing very much that she could do about it. And the enemy team could do about it, and from there they just won. So I guess for the next round, whoever fights against Nexplay, they need to think about what they can do against this terror bot lane right now who's just smashing through the competition.
Yeah, for sure. I think there definitely were a point in time where Ardent did have a possibility for them to fight back, right? We did see the Ezreal, the 2 items, was punching back. The Mystic Shot started to hurt. It's just that one bad team fight just led to Nexplay just opening the game wide open, right? So definitely I think the strengths of this team has to come from how they play with a lead. We haven't seen them play from behind yet, but when they do get the lead, they are so confident, so aggressive, and they don't let you get any space to play at all.
Yep, that's right. We will be headed for another break right now. When we come back, it's going to be another series. Once again, congratulations to Nexplay for moving on to the next round. We'll see you guys.